Where's Matt Proctor?
Why? Because we want it.
That's right.
Sorry, can't help you.
Yeah, that'd be right. You couldn't help us when he killed my little boy. You couldn't help getting convicted, and you can't help us now. Did you get all that?
You've got him down the station, haven't you?
Well, you tell him he can hide, but he can't run.
Don't you mean run but can't hide?
Don't you tell me what I mean and don't mean.
For God's sake.
What is this? Looks like we might be here a little while longer.
Child killer, how do you sleep at night?
Tanya and Brucey just turned up with Tanya's dad. You know she was pregnant?
I can't say I did.
Joe reckons 6 months. So this time the father would be Brucey.
This could really up the stakes. And she's carrying a child, remembering the last time. Suddenly the guy you think is your first child's killer's back in town. Imagine how she'd be feeling.
Well, should we get down there? Give them some backup.
That'll only aggravate the situation.
Yeah, but there's a pregnant woman there.
In which case we don't want her in the middle of an all-in brawl. I trust PJ and Parrish to talk some sense into them.
Well, I reckon we should march on the police station right now.
I don't think that's very
The
wise.
bastard doesn't deserve to live.
Of course he doesn't.
Breach the peace and you'll be in a cell for the night.
Is she right or is she right?
Absolutely
If it was up to me, I'd shoot the
Look, I
bastard.
understand that you are angry, I really do. But some of you have had a bit to drink. And anger and grog are a bad combo.
Look, listen to him, guys. We see too many people waking up in a cell wondering why they just ruined their life.
If you do something stupid, you'll never live it down.
Pretty true.
So why don't we all just go home, go to bed, think about it all in the morning?
And while you are thinking about it, just you remember that jury heard the evidence and they acquitted him. You ask yourselves if you're smarter than the Supreme Court.
Well, I am for a start. That mob wouldn't know if they'd swallowed a bus till the people started getting off.
Oh, Roger, you know you haven't got the brains that God gave sheep.
Oh, don't you talk, you bitch. It's your murdering nephew that started all this.
That'll
Just get him out of here, will you?
You can't throw me out.
Oh, cops, they think they know everything.
So now, PJ and Joe are keeping a watching brief down there.
It's their call to make. The last thing we need is a full-scale riot on our hands.
Little Proctor. You don't want him hanging around your office like a bad smell, do you?
You have a suggestion?
Chuck him in the interview room. Me and Sus can keep an eye on him. Let you get on with your paperwork.
Okay. Mr. Proctor, we're going to relocate you to the interview room.
What, you going to interview me?
It's just a question of logistics. Constable, do the honours, would you please?
This way, sir.
Jones, a word. Mr. Proctor has some concerns about you and his physical well-being.
What if he thinks that I'd risk my career for the satisfaction of belting him, what? He's off his tree.
That's about what I told him.
Is that it?
Evan, you can't change what the jury did today.
And what they did. That doesn't make you sick?
Yes, of course it does.
Look, they saw those crime scene photos and acquitted.
Listen, this anger that we're both feeling is why us and the courts are kept separate. You don't want to see the day when coppers become judge and jury. That's where it starts and it ends up in death squads. Now, the court has ruled. It's over. Move on.
Can you imagine what it was like for me? Being accused of such a terrible crime, knowing I hadn't done it.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. Hadn't done it. You think we're stupid, Matt?
No. I got a fair trial. I hope everyone accept that.
Well, if you're talking about everyone in Mount Thomas, what we were hoping for is that you'd rot in hell.
You can't talk to me like that.
Can't I? It was me that found him. I was looking through the rubbish skip. Thought there was nothing there. And I saw a little boy's leg.
You have no right even to be raising this.
Haven't I? The rats and the birds had been at him. You, his own father, left him there where vermin could get at him.
Yeah, all right, Joe.
And what does that make you, Matt? Worse than a crow? Nah, worse than a rat. They're just animals looking for the next meal, but you're supposed to have a conscience.
Mr. Proctor. Your witness is now leaving.
Thanks, Constable.
What are you doing?
Don't make it worse.
Suze.
No. You want to fit him up for indictable assault police? That's fine. I'm not going to help you.
Yeah, well, you didn't see that kid.
Has it occurred to you that the court might actually have got this right?
No.
That he might not be a child killer, that he might be innocent, that he might have already suffered enough hell in prison?
No, no, and no. In that order. That hasn't occurred to me because I know what he did.
So we now have a station debating society, do we? I'd like another cup of tea, please. Our guest could probably use another coffee.
Yes.
He's still a free agent and has the same rights as you and me, and we all need to remember that. Mr. Proctor, out here, please. I want to keep you in full view.
Chrissy, if anyone starts looking worse for wear...
Oh, come on, Pete. I know the rules better than you do.
I'm not telling you how to run your pub.
Oh, no, of course not.
But if you wanted to close up early,
They'll just go to another pub. At least now you know where they are. Roger, I thought I told you to...
To get back.
Okay, that's it. You are Barbara.
Rob, just get down. Shut up.
Rog. Come on, mate. Just put the gun down.
No way. I want Matt Proctor. I want that animal that killed my grandson, and I want him now.
Feeling pleased with ourselves, are we, Matt? Killed your kid and got away with it?
Thank you. Was getting chilly in here.
Text from Joe. Chris hostage.
Get on to St David's. Ask for backup. I'll get over there and assess the situation, let you know if we need soggies.
Yeah, it's Susie Rainey here at Mount Thomas. We have a
Jones?
hostage situation at the Imperial Hotel.
Mr. Proctor had better be in perfect health when I get back.
Out there now, but he wants backup.
Or it's your career.
Right. Well, they're tied up at the moment. They'll get there ASAP.
Now, Chris is a very good friend of mine. And if she's hurt because of you, you're going to be history, pal.
Roger, just put the gun down.
I'm going to be charging you bar rates for that.
We could work it out.
You give me Matt Proctor and we can work it out.
Okay, come on, out of here now.
I'm not leaving
Slow,
today.
nice and slow. Let's everyone...
What do you think you're doing?
I'm trying to get your friends out of the firing line, Mr. West.
No way. No one leaves here till I'm delivered Matt Proctor.
And we're not leaving till that happens, mate.
No, exactly.
Irene, what are you doing?
Well, I just
Well,
thought...
throw it over here. No phone calls, okay? Nobody makes any phone calls till I get Matt Proctor.
Roger, we would need permission from the top. I'm telling you right now, we're not going to get it.
Then we're going to be here for a long time because I'm not budging.
Nor us. Solidarity,
Okay,
eh, mate?
Bob, just stand up.
Evening, Roger. Had a bit to drink, have we?
Give me your gun.
I'm sorry, I can't do that, Roger. I'd lose my job.
Give it to me or she gets it.
Roger, I've known you and your family for a long time. You're a better man than this. You've raised two fine girls. You've got a grandchild on the way.
And what happened to the first one?
That's right.
A tragedy, and the whole town's heart went out to all of you. Look, I know what you've been going through. But Aaron's at peace now. This isn't going to bring him back.
I've got my own anger, I've got my own grief, got to work them out my own way.
Look, we've all felt anger and grief for you and Tanya. Tanya, you don't want your father to go to jail. In a couple of months, you don't want to be bringing your baby to visit his granddad in prison.
So we just forget about it, let him get away with it.
No, no one can forget what happened. And it's really hard to forgive, but I'll tell you something, Roger. If you don't forgive people, you're stuck with them forever.
Getting onto the preachy stuff now, are we?
It's common sense. Forgive and it's over. The people who hurt you aren't festering inside you anymore. You've cleaned the wound and you can get on with the rest of your life.
He come back to town, rubbed our faces and that's...
Right.
Yeah. I've advised him that he should leave. Start life again somewhere else.
You give him to us and we'll make him leave.
Get rid of him.
That is never going to happen.
Never?
Never.
Over your dead body, eh?
That's right, Roger. Over mine.